What is wrong with these Potomac girls? Oh my goodness. Potomac season 10, episode 6. Sun's out and Buns is out. Ashley Buns. All right, so Jazzy and Kay is going to put a little pin in this discussion that they had last week about what was said between them about Wendy, that she didn't want to spill all, juice or whatever, because Wendy will be oh so upset about. Okay, whatever. It's shot time, okay? Shady shot time. Giselle is coming up with these little fun things to do. Okay, we're gonna call them little fun because it's really a bunch of nothing, honestly. But hey, fun for whatever. Ashley gets the Duchess Darby shot. Jazzy gets the bride, obviously, slash stepmama shot. Stacy gets nothing. Go figure. Angel gets the chin check because ain't nobody for some reason getting over it like they never do. Tia is the stylist, simply put. And we get to Kay, who is a Giselle hater. Now this came out of nowhere, at least for me, because I'm like, now when did she call her hater? Excuse my voice. I don't know why I'm like losing it because I'm not under the weather or nothing, and I don't think I was screaming yesterday. So I'm not sure. Maybe because I didn't talk all day today at all. I just kind of was at work like, but either way, my bad. So is Kay a Giselle hater? And obviously, where did this come from? Where did this come from? Giselle says, oh, well, because I had a conversation with Wendy, and she said that you had some unresolved residual feelings. And for me, it's just a little ridiculous, and I don't know where it's coming from. So, everybody obviously is looking a little crazy because what and why. And we kind of brush past this a little bit and go back into some more fun, dancing, enjoying. Where do we go today? Oh, they about to do a boat. They're going on a yacht. But before we get on said yacht, cameraman, you know how it catches once everybody leaves, they do leave like one or two sitting around the house just in case, okay? Especially after that Bolo stuff. Like we need to see, although the camera for Bolo wasn't exactly in the right spot, it should have been one in the hallway so that we could have seen who walks into what door. That way we would have known it was Tanya and Portia and Bolo. Anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with Potomac, right? But Ashley asked, well, I wouldn't say she asked Stacy about Chris again, but she does bring it up to say that, well, it's confirmed rumors because it was mentioned by People Magazine, I guess, at some point when they were supposedly dating. And of course, Stacy does admit that, okay, yes, when her and Timu were doing their divorce things, Timu was dating. So, I mean, she was dating a little bit too. She wasn't sleeping with anybody, but Chris Samuels just so happened to be one of those guys. They connected on whatever levels that they did, but never went anything past it. Stacy's lip, I don't know, she had like a allergic reaction or something. The yacht was a nice little yacht. It's not like the one that they got in the catamaran over at Salt Lake City. Okay, I will say that. But although they might have needed the bigger one over there because they were staying the night over on the boat, this one is more like a chill for the day, like kind of boat. And Giselle had all these gifts with everybody's name on it. These towels with everybody's name embroidered on them. You say, remember how some of these words don't roll off the tongue like they supposed to. But Stacy just had old regular pink and white towel. She didn't even have her name on it. But Giselle in the moment does try to acknowledge Stacy to say, okay, all jokes aside, I am actually getting to know you a little bit better. So I'm sorry. All right, so this is where incident number one happens, okay, when it comes to the drama of the episode, is when did Kay tell Wendy that Giselle was, or when did whatever Kay and Wendy talked to say that she hated Giselle. Okay, that Kay hated Giselle. So Kay went on to explain this was way back in 2023 when the whole fight between her and Deborah happened. She was upset that Giselle never reached out to her after the fight to, check on her and make sure she was okay. Okay. Giselle is like, listen, I don't know what you expected from me, but my daddy was dying. Okay. We all know he had said brain tumor or whatever going on at the time. So during that season, she was, I would say, not really fully herself in full Giselle mode. She was more a little bit laid back, and after pretty much every event, she was kind of like gone or whatever, So after said fight, she went straight to the hospital and, had to deal with family stuff while, Kay just went straight on to the hospital and get her little, was it her forehead or something fixed up on the scar? I don't know. Whatever happened. Whatever happened, happened. Two different scenarios. One is more important than the other. So why are you dwelling on this? Girl, I don't owe you nothing. And I just think it's messed up that you holding something like this over me for pretty much for nothing. Like, it's completely ridiculous. And I think obviously Kay was definitely taken aback by this. I don't think she expected Giselle to come at her this way. I don't think nobody did, because it kind of just flipped the whole mood to like, well, damn, bitch, what the fuck? Like, all I was just trying to say was how I was feeling or whatever. I ain't mean to bring up, the day and all this side stuff. So, of course, Kay is upset too now because it's Wendy who's bringing up the mess. And Wendy, while you talking, you was the one over there talking about that when that Giselle was the snake and that she was the worst person on the planet and all this stuff. And of course, the back and forth. Wendy's trying to say, "Oh, whatever, kapooey, kapooey. Me and Giselle already fixed that, and this is old news." Okay, this is the same thing as what Kay is talking about, old news. So what's the difference, right? Girl, it's because y'all made up and y'all cool and buddy buddy all of a sudden. Like, girl, Wendy, you keep talking about everybody fake, you getting a little fakish yourself. So Tia here decided to kind of speak up a little bit because she was on Giselle's side here. She lost her father, so she understands, the feelings, the grief, and all the, things that surround said situation. So when somebody's coming at you at an angle that has no meaning to what was going on in her own world, like, girl, give Giselle some slack when it comes to that. And of course, Kay took it in and say, okay, fine. I just had to let y'all know what was going on, and this is how I feel, and this is, whatever. We can move on. They got it all. As I love, they both got it out. It's how I feel. It's how I feel. But don't nobody owe nobody nothing at this point. So we go to dinner, and first thing that gets brought up is Jazzy's wedding. It's coming up pretty soon. I think she had asked Stacy to be one of her bridesmaids, and Stacy was supposed to, but ended up declining because she has some business to handle when it comes to her new cannabis line, and it kind of, the dates are clashing, right? So Giselle in her confessional is like, girl, Stacy over here lying. She was only going to join this bridesmaid thing with Jazzy only if Jazzy was actually a part of the group of the show, like, part of the show group. Because remember, y'all, Jazzy is Mia's friend. We got to kind of remember that. Even though Mia ain't here, Jazzy's still cool, so that's kind of why she's sticking around. And at some point, Jazzy and Stacy were cool, off camera. Remember that whole thing with me and all that other stuff with the trip and all that whoop whoop from last season. But anyway, that's what Giselle like. Well, listen, she being a little fake, because if she was part of the group, she would have went. But since she ain't really part of the group, so this part kind of got a little bit weird, which was Tia versus Jazzy. because Tia brings up the whole catfish thing, right? About fillers and who uses them, who doesn't. She might have used them a little bit, tweaking here and there, but she did a little investigation and she saw that, well, hey, Jazzy, you do a little bit of tweak here and there on your pictures too, just as much as I did. So, and it was more like, I think Tia was trying to, I think, maybe diffuse the whole debacle, just by saying, bringing up like, well, you do it too, like, something, something, something to that nature, or to that, and Jazzy just got real upset all of a sudden. Like, girl, I don't like the way you acting, Tia. You trying to join this group, acting like you don't know nothing, and I'm not here to try to offend. And of course, Tia's like, are you trying to do my accent? Are you mocking me now? Do you mock me, Mo? And she's like, yeah, and you're being so malicious and act like you don't know what you're doing. But when we was in the van, you trying to tell me that Mr. Sunshine was looking at me and was trying to get at me, and it was 14 days before my wedding, and that's not right. And they're like, girl, why are you yelling? What is going on? You got some anger issues? Like, what? Don't play with me, Tia. So of course Tia goes to explain that, like, okay, well, literally we just took a group photo and Mr. Sunshine was asking that you stand next to him. So, me watching this, that's why I brought it up to say, well, dang, he was kind of fancying you a little bit, girl. Jazzy for some reason took it in a way like, oh, well, you was trying to compare him to my fiance and all this stuff. Like, you don't compare this to my man, and trying to break up people out. And she like, girl, I was not trying to do none of that. You tripping. Like, for real. I was trying to be disrespectful. So we gonna leave it at that. And obviously, she says, well, I still gonna be a little bit shady, which she ends with the joke like, don't be mocking me because I'm so offended. And of course she's like, of course I'm not offended, I'm just joking, just jokes. Which is cool. I ain't mad at Tia. She's trying to do what she can do to blend in, which is fine because it's not too much, um and it's not too little. It's just kind of just right. So about 30 minutes later, the ladies are on their way back to the villa. And at this time, cameras is down, mics is off, like break time. But Stacy and Wendy were riding in the same golf cart as Angel and Jazzy. They were like right behind them. So they couldn't really hear what they was talking about, but it was enough to hear that it was a bit confrontational. Like, it sounded a little bit serious, but we don't know what they was talking about, right? So we get to the bachelorette party that Giselle is throwing. Um, like I said, it's not, ain't no bolo style. They didn't have no type of strippers. Like, Nevis ain't got no strippers. I know y'all could have found some type of boy somewhere to do a little 1-2 step around the way. Either way, we got Ashley. Everybody's supposed to wear their sluttiest outfits. Of course, Giselle, I was a little bit confused because Ringmaster, it didn't read slut at first. Like, I didn't really, I mean, it was cute, okay. You in charge. So, okay. It was cute. Um, it just wasn't, it's just costume, not slutty. I don't know. It's just costume to me. Same with Stacy. She came in Dutch Guten Tide or Dankeschön, one of them Dutch girl beer drinking type of outfit. So it was cute, but obviously costume-ish. And I got it. I mean, her band is from Germany, right? Do they got that in Germany? Look. It might be two different spaces. It was, maybe she was giving a little bit of Russian. I don't know. I can't Dutch. There you go. I say da, y'all. So we're trying to enjoy this bachelorette party. We got games, we got lap dances, We got Angel sitting over there, kind of one. So it's like, dang, what's like she bothered, but she trying to have fun, right? So in the midst of this fun, we're smacking ass. Um, Ashley obviously got to put her tongue on somebody, so she's licking. She has some chocolate, and she put a little D up here and licked it off of Jazzy's neck. Stacy decided to do a little whip whip, show her little sexy side. She got a little something something going on. Giselle, sitting there and gleefully trying to just watch everybody, waiting on Ashley and Wendy to make out or whatever's going on. But it didn't really go that way. Angel decided, okay, my turn. I'm gonna take these handcuffs and I'm going to handcuff Jazzy because she got a big old mouth. So ooh, we enjoying it, ha ha ha. And Jazzy, her hands was behind her back, but she did the old dislocated shoulder trick and pulled it out from above her head. So they like, oh shit, girl, what the fuck? But the big question, so what's up with this? What happened? Who got a big mouth? Why she got a big mouth? Da, da, da. So Wendy's like, well, yeah, because, I heard y'all was talking about something, but we ain't know what y'all was talking about. So was this what y'all talking about? Like, who got a big mouth? What happened? What happened? Angel goes on to explain that Jazzy bought up some girl from her past that she had some dealings with, that she don't like, obviously, got problems with, got beef with. It brought up all these old feelings, I guess, inside of her. And she was just upset and was feeling like, well, dang, I'm trying to get to know these girls and everything. But it feels like every time they coming at me with something. Like she purposely digging up dirt to come at me. Like I'm just so confused. So it's making everybody else confused too because they like, well, wait, I thought we was having fun, but now Angel's being Debbie Downer. Look again, bringing the energy down, bringing the energy down. Talk about some old stuff. And I ain't gonna get into all the extra detail because it was like from way back in 2016. Some girl got in between her and her man, trying to spread rumors about her stealing and trying to trap him with babies and all this type stuff. But I guess Jazzy just happened to know the girl, so this is how she ended up bringing it up. I think Jazzy, she straightened it out to say, well, obviously, right, I knew the person. I was just bringing it up. I wasn't trying to, be mean about it or malicious or had no underhand, backhand, plans to it. Just conversation. And Angel just was like, okay, well, obviously, I ain't feeling well now. I'm frustrated and I'm annoyed. I'm over it. So y'all can continue to enjoy your bachelorette party, but I'm just going to go leave. So she leaves. And like I said, confusion because all the ladies are like, well, what the heck just happened? Right? Um, Giselle and Kay obviously goes after her to try to see if she's all right. She's already on the phone with Bobby, like, ooh, I'm ready to come home because these ladies I just don't understand. And the other ladies on the inside are more, more so on Jazzy's side with this because, like, okay, well, obviously you handled this well, with whatever was going on. We don't know what's going on. It sounds like some stuff that's old. So why would she still be mad about it? And here go Wendy again. Every time we get to try to know her and everything, we can't because she's always going to do this. She's always going to think that we're coming for her. And I just don't know what to do. I just can't. And obviously, if y'all would just stop with the hazing and with all the BS and the purposely trying to start stuff and purposely trying to like you just, I totally forgot Wendy was telling Giselle that Angel did not graduate from college. Like, why would you even say that? So you're digging up stuff purposely to come at her with some stuff, right? Well, you wasn't. You gave it to Giselle for her to bring up, even though we all know that Giselle's gonna say that you said it. So really, trying to hide your hand, do some slick stuff on the low low, girl. You're part of the problem. That's all I'm saying. You're not very easy to get to know because you be acting like you up here, and we know now, girl. The pits. You get the side eye. You get the winky side eye, Wendy. Okay. Okay. Anyway, this was the episode. I know I just probably looked real crazy. Y'all don't try to say huh. We'll get to the next episode. Potomac, season 10. Bye. I gotta get this all late.